home and drop me off, and the question was often, when are you going to get a house? When are y'all going to move? And I was so embarrassed. I didn't feel like they felt like I was good enough. But I kept a smile on my face all the time. Because the last thing you want to do as a child is to let other people know that you're in ultimate pain. Because you won't be fun to hang around with. Kids just want to have fun. There was abuse and there was alcoholism in my home as well. And I just wanted people to accept me. I used to imagine from that second-story window of our apartment, like little girls do. For me, it was Rapunzel. I would let my hair down, and this really good-looking guy would ride up on a horse. And he did later on. And I would pray that people would see me for who I was, and not the pain or the circumstances that my family was experiencing. I had to decide really early on not to settle. I had to decide whether I was going to settle or fight, and you do too. You've been kicked down, you've been broken down, and you've been let down. We all have. And now it's time that you're going to throw down. You see, you can't prejudge people in this business. Don't keep this information from anyone because you don't know what happened to them yesterday. And what I can say is all those people that thought maybe I wouldn't be very much or anything at all, well, all those that looked down at me, I freaking tore your balcony down. 16, my first business. 23, my second business. 28, that's when I kicked some serious butt because my wife was gigantic. We had a little boy who never saw his dad, and Bill was working 16 hours a day. So I took $600 on a challenge from my husband because I have a big mouth sometimes and said I could do it better. And he said, well, here's $600, show me. And I took that $600 and I turned it into $80,000 in merchandise in 24 months because I had to get my husband out of overtime. I could tell you the details of that, just know it involved a lot of throwing, pooping, no kids, and it's a long story. So, life is uncomfortable inside and outside of the walls of Life Manage, you guys. So pull up your big boy britches. It's not going to always feel good here, but the difference is it's not going to always feel good out there, but you don't get residual income. Okay? So you don't let the no get in the way. You decide what your family deserves, what you came here for, own it. Don't let anybody shame you. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a Maserati, if it's to build homes around the world for the homeless, if it is to pay your mortgage, you own it. And you decide how you get there by following your mentors. The ones that have been there and done that can show you exactly how to make this happen and put you on high speed because they've already made all the mistakes for you. I can guarantee it. You guys, don't let a no get in the way. Don't let anything get in the way. Every time I loaded that plane and walked away from Bill and Dylan, went through security, I smiled and I waved at them, and I turned around and cried, praying that the people we had put complete trust in, the Marcel Niederhausers, the Tyler Daniels, would get us where we needed to be. Ultimate freedom. And I was willing to leave temporarily because it's temporary imbalance. For long term, which you can't even imagine. It's beautiful, you guys. How serious are you? You may have to report to a job, so good gracious. Treat this with the same commitment. You are giving them time you will never get back. Fight for what you can buy back. break the cycle, you guys, of what your parents and grandparents have done. They made the ultimate sacrifice. You don't get time back ever, ever, ever. You can't make $1 zillion tomorrow and buy it back, but you can buy it, and we can teach you how to do that. It can be all yours, just the way that Johnny was talking about earlier. Quit breathing through the straw that somebody has handed you, and break the chains that bind you. It's all been done for you here, you guys. The logo is lined up. The system has already been proven, don't question it. The network and the connections are in place to show you exactly how to get what you want. Link arms and run, and don't look back. Learn it along the way. The hardest thing to do in this business is to keep it simple, though. Why do you guys want to complicate it? Pen and paper, it's this easy. This is the secret key to hitting Pro 10. Invite, butts and seats, introduce them to a business partner, sit back, enjoy your iced tea or a glass of water, let them do all the work for you, and ask your guest to get started and launch their LifeVantage business, and then do it again and again and again and again. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, and repeat, you guys. Treat this like a big global business, please, because it is. People know people you don't know. You don't need to know anybody in Thailand. Your business will go there. You don't need to know anybody in Australia. Your business will go there. Watch it on your website. Instead, take it to your next door neighbor that lives right next to you and doesn't sell. Word two. Start in your backyard. Build right here. It is an open season for you guys. You barely touch this market. I treat this like an answer because it is. It is. Many of you know that our son, and some of you don't, had a devastating accident last March 13th. I thought I was watching him take his last breath in front of me. 3 months in the hospital, and I was by his side. Every minute I looked at Bill and I said, no, I won't see daylight until he does. Don't even ask me. And because we didn't have a job we had to go to, because we had dug a well before we were thirsty, this is what residual income provides you with. We didn't worry about the money. We didn't worry about the time. We were by his side every second as we watched other people have to leave their family members. And their family members be torn away from the loved ones that cared most about them because they had to figure out how to pay those bills. Find people who want to do this for their families, you guys. Don't make anybody, we're not here to convince. Show them this. If they're ready, they'll run. If you convince them, if you drag them in, you'll have to drag them to stay in, right? And they will drag you down. You guys can't get there fast enough. Own what you came here for and become a beacon of light by knowing how to get there for those that want it as bad as you. The biggest unmet need in this country is financial stability. Don't forget that that is our biggest product, you guys, is giving them the answer to never, ever, ever, ever worry about money again. And yes, I mean money because it's a conduit, you guys. The only time money rules your life is when you have none. Am I right or am I right? You guys, fight for time. Fight like heck. I wake up every day and want to pinch myself. I grew this business with my best friend, and he gave me way too much credit. It would have never, ever happened the same way without us both being side by side and supporting each other. And me someday saying, get your butt out of bed and quit sucking your thumb, we need to get this done.
She still says that.
Choice, if you bet anything, it's incredible. It allows you to leave a $200 tip at a Waffle House. They could bill us $36 check. And it's that will never leave them. It's been a ride, my life. Being a part of your life, so grateful. I guess I had to go to that place to get to this one. Some of you may still be in that place, and if you're trying to get out, just follow us and we'll get you